Hey, all right. Rest in peace, Tina Turner. I thought it would be a good idea to have a look at her chart. You know, it's always better when you can have the person with you when we're doing a chart reading, because there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot that an astrologer can bring up for topics to be talked about, and then you go deeper, okay? And then you can things start popping out in their chart that can be of great help. Okay. Um, so let's take a look at our chart. There's definitely some great things here to point out, about her life. She was, an iconic woman. My gosh, her performance and her energy, right? Powerful. And, she's an entertainer and powerfully so. So let's take a look. Let's see if I can share the screen here. First time looking at like celebrity chart, like with folks. So it's kind of difficult to just talk without someone here, but I'm gonna do this anyway and see how it goes. Just kind of share with you maybe a little bit of some things that we can see, especially if you're learning astrology or if you're just interested in astrology or interested in her life too. Okay, there's a lot that comes out in a birth chart. Okay, so here it is. I'm not sure if I'm actually on camera or not. I'm not sure, but this is the mouse, and I'm going to point things out. So, yes, Tina Turner. Okay, this is her birth chart. This is a snapshot of where planets were when she was born. And so this is the zodiac wheel. We've got the signs here, okay, and on the inside, these are the planets, okay, and this is where the houses are, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 12, okay. Um, so it looks kind of complicated. There's a lot here. Um, so let's just start. For instance, she is a sun in Sagittarius. Okay, so she tends to be, Sagittarius like. Um, I'm sure she's um, very intelligent woman. Okay, she's this is Mercury here next to her sun, identity, uh, voice, communication. Okay, her voice is part of her identity. These two are together here, so they share a power. Okay. Um, and then so Pluto. Pluto is over here in the 12th house. This is the collective unconscious, this area of a chart. Okay. And she has this Pluto in Leo. There's a big generation of people that have this, from the 60s. And this has to do with more self-focused, self-oriented, self-centered, maybe. This has to do with creativity and self-expression. Right? So with Pluto here, she comes into this life as we know her as Tina Turner. Of course, that's her real name. Okay, and she has a Leo energy with her already, and she might not have been able to express that fully in her past life because Saturn is in a hard aspect here. But she's going to be using this Leo talent, and she's going to be using it because it's her first house that's in Leo. And Leo has to do with being a queen, right? Being a king or queen. In her chart, she's the queen of rock and roll. And this is how people see her, this area here, as a queen, as the lioness. Okay, she definitely roars. She's got a voice for sure. Mercury here. This is how we see her. She's an inspiring woman. She's got a lot of passion. Okay. And she uses this Pluto power here. she's like birthing this into existence in a way that she hadn't been able to before in the past. Okay, perhaps in another previous life. So there's this Leo ascendant that's in the spotlight. Leo loves the spotlight, being on stage, and getting a lot of attention, craving attention, maybe craving it too much. There can be, narcissism with Leo, just not understanding that you don't need to get attention from people. Like there's a lot to learn within you, and not to receive it from outside of you. Okay, this is a lesson of hers. Okay, so that's the Leo ascendant. Next, we'll go to the moon. Okay, the moon here is a full moon actually when she was born. Okay, we've got the sun here, it's opposite the moon. Okay, so that means there's shining light onto her moon, which is in the 10th house of career. Okay, and the moon is in good aspect with Pluto, with this with Leo energy. Okay, so she's meant to be on stage. It's something that she's familiar with. The moon here in the 10th house could mean that she's had a lot of responsibility when she was young. Maybe she had to work when she was a lot younger. Okay. So there's this opposition here, and there's more energy towards the moon because it's shining bright, full on. Okay. And there's also, what's love got to do with it? There's love right here. There's this square, what's called a T-square. We've got an opposition and a square okay, to Mars. Okay, and Mars is her inner male masculinity, like divine masculinity that we all have, men or women. Okay, or this can be, since the 7th house is it's the house of relationship, your partnership. Okay, but it can also be, this house can also be unconscious. So you project these planets onto other people. Well, especially with women, they'll project Mars as a man. So men can be male energy outside of them perceived. Okay, so this is in the 7th house. Mars doesn't really care for being in the 7th house of relationship. All right, Mars is more independent. Okay, so there's a square here, and this is a lot of energy. This is a lot of energy because when there's a square, this is challenging, but it also, it's energy that needs to be released. And this challenge is with a partner, with Ike Turner, right? So this works all very well. This is, with Mercury here in hard aspect with Mars, this is like arguments. This does not bode well for like good relationship, right? Neither does this really. This is, not being able to nurture, okay, someone, perhaps, okay? And this is connected to, this is relationship in connection with career, okay? And relationship in regards to, her personal private life, okay? Anger. Well, we all know that the relationship with Ike Turner was an abusive one. So we can see up here too, through there can be victim consciousness happening here in Pluto in this area of the 12th house. right? Also, here with trauma having to do with the body, okay, with Taurus. Taurus also has to do with him being a musician and music. So music as part of her, MC. This is her career again, and being someone who's very original, who's is someone that is very unique, in the public eye. And this is definitely can be like a fame spot. This too, okay. Neptune in the second house. This is how she earns money through music, through film, right? Creativity. And this Neptune here in the second house can also reveal a collective consciousness of fame. Okay, she represents and she's like an archetype unto herself. That's kind of what famous people are. We put them on a pedestal, okay, and we see one aspect of them that's blown up like massively. Everyone knows them, and that's how she brings in money here. Okay, and this so what's love got to do with it? A lot. This energy here is sparking a lot of her creativity and energy as a performer. It's something that she has to go through, and it's an energy of something. These aspects, these hard, difficult, challenging aspects here with Mars, is an energy that needs to change in order to rise up. And of course, she wants to be rising up because she's Sagittarius here, which is coming out of Scorpio. Okay, this is the Phoenix rising. This is the Phoenix risen at some point in her life that she's meant to be. Okay. Also, this Saturn here in the ninth house. This could be her dad. That was a priest, a Baptist priest. Okay, ninth house has to do with religion, philosophy, and so another point of energetic power. So we've got the energetic power that's happening here. Okay, a lot of emphasis here with energetic power, and there's also energetic power here with Pluto, because Pluto is in a T-square to what's called the nodes. Okay, so this releases a lot of transformation energy that she uses throughout her life, and she's meant to be more up here with her south node, so using her talents. This means this is becoming her own authority over time, being an individual. She had a huge solo career, Aries. Okay. So a lot of power energy here. And also the sun in a progressed chart. A progressed chart shows her sun moving a degree, 1 degree every year. Okay, so in her, in the 60s, that sun was here in the fifth house, which has to do with creativity, self-expression. Okay, so there's a lot of creativity and self-expression in her chart. Okay, she's got it already when she comes into this life as who she was here on Earth in this life, this past lifetime. Okay, and she uses it here: creativity, self-expression, passion. Okay, this fire energy. Okay, that's how we know her as. She is the lioness. She is the queen of rock and roll, right? That's Leo. I need to be seen. I need to be on a stage. I need people to be paying attention to me. Right? And with Leo energy like that, with people that have Leo ascendant, Leo sun, Leo MC, it's like you are meant to be doing this. Doesn't matter what anybody else says. Like, you're meant to be on stage or be in a spotlight, maybe teach, where the focus is on you somehow. Okay, and in a good way. There's positives and negatives to every sign, right? So there's that energy here. There's fire, a lot of fire in her chart. Okay, here, okay, she's got it here with Sagittarius. Okay, and as her progressed sun is in the gets into the fifth house, you know, throughout most of her life, creativity, self-expression. Okay, and this fire energy, she's like a trained locomotive with the hot coals getting thrown into the, you know, the engine. So, you know, big wheels keep on turning, all of that. You know, she's got massive power and energy in her chart. Yeah, her Pluto dynamic in good good aspect with Jupiter. This is more power. Okay, this is more creativity. Okay, and this is in the eighth house. This is also being really bonded and connected. This is other energy. This is, you know, divine union. This is soulmate kind of energy, twin flame energy. Or this is being connected with someone that is going to be transforming you. This is being able to be in those. That's your relationships are transformative for you. Okay. Um, with her again, connect. This is a hard, challenging aspect with Venus. So this could have to do with money, okay, and her career in connection with, you know, Ike Turner and being manipulated, eighth house, being taken advantage of. Okay, he used her for money, right? They were very connected in many ways. Her, you know, so I think those are kind of like the main points that I wanted to bring up with her chart. Also, another like power element for her that I noticed is that she's got a lot of the number 10 in her chart. 10 symbolizes power, and she's got a lot of the where her planets are, the degree numbers add up to 10. Okay, here's one, here's one. Okay, she's got a lot of sevens in there too. Here's another one, the nodes. Here's another one, Chiron, MC 10, and she was born on 1010. That's massive power to be using. Okay, we all know Tina Turner in her energy, right? That is really amazing. She's had an amazing life and things that she's meant to go through to be who she is authentically, Leo. So I just wanted to bring these things up. I would encourage you to listen to Tina Turner, and you know, she's an inspiring person. Just, you know, as a performer and an entertainer, also for, you know, for women and people, or, you know, people that have been uh, uh, abused in relationship, right? Mars doesn't like being in that seventh house, really. Okay, so that Mars needs to be activated in a more positive way. So that Mars there in the seventh house, let's just take another look at it again, is like over here. So when this Mars is not being in consciousness, then it, yes, can start wreaking havoc with these connections here. Okay. Home and work for her, difficult, challenging. Okay, but that spurs on some greatness in her to rise above from. Okay, that's part of her life. That's part of her career, right? This Mars internally, this divine masculine within her, that everyone's got divine female and male aspects within them, like energy wise, psychologically, like archetype or whatever. So this would be like a drive to be creative with a partner, right? And also, I wanted to also point out that what's called the Pluto polarity point, okay, would be over here. So we got Pluto here in Leo. This is more me, my energy, more self-oriented, using, you know, maybe my talents for my own personal benefit. Okay, Pluto and polarity point over here in Aquarius is now using it for I'm going to use my talent for as work for the collective. If you know, it's for everybody. I'm being of service by being my talent for everyone. Okay. What, you know, what I do is for everyone, to be inspiring for it, to be unique, and to be authentic with. Okay, and then it can change lives. That's Tina. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed this. I would love to read your chart. I get in depth with this stuff and I really get into it. And it's really important to have the conversation. So when I do chart readings, it's really important to say, hey, these are the aspects that I see. How does this show up in your life? You know, and we get in talking deeper about aspects that are unconscious, that we can shine a light on, you know, or we can talk about trauma. We can talk about hard parts of our lives. And we can also see like where kind of we want to go and like where we're headed to. You know, it can be very inspiring to look at your chart and see what energies you got there. Okay. See what you got to use and what's helping you. I'd love to do that for you. So that's my service to you, talking about the stars and the planets in your life. And so contact me if you'd like a chart reading. And I hope you enjoyed this. And maybe I'll do another chart reading of a celebrity because they're kind of fun. But I do definitely wish I would talk to Tina, right? So peace, rest in peace. Bye.